Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to a little bit of a one-off video. Now, today I'm coming to you from this interesting looking interface here, which is, as you can see, Skinny Man. Now, before I get into this video, something really weird is happening. Because the way this game is currently set up, it's not full screen, so the game is actually in like a smaller window than my screen actually is. And I've scaled it up in OBS to be full screen so you guys don't have to suffer through me, especially if you're on mobile. But, yeah, the mouse position that you can see right now in OBS is not where it actually is. Like, right now, for you guys, it looks like the mouse is over the play button, but for me, it is not on the play button at all. Like, if I click, nothing happens. Whereas if I move the mouse over here, so it's actually on top of the play button now, but it's not on top of that for you. What? Like, what, OBS? This is all you. And in fact, like, my mouse is actually on the desktop right now. It's actually recording the mouse position. Well, I don't know what it's doing. It's partially recording it based off of the actual, it's half based on the actual game itself, and half based on where it actually is on the desktop, which is very confusing. But anyway, with that out of the way, this is a fantastic, terrible platform game that definitely makes sense that I made, actually, so yay! Yeah, world first premiere here. So simply, it's got the main menu here. When you boot it up, this is what you see. But simply, I got the name of the game here. Actually, let me go turn off. Actually, I'm gonna go turn off the mouse now on OBS so you guys can't see it, just because it's kind of annoying not being in the right place. Capture cursor off. Okay. Yep, okay, now you can't see it. So, name is Skinny Man, and then we have 4 buttons here on the main menu. We also have a frame counter that you can't turn off in the top corner up there. As you can see, it's twitching a little bit. And in the bottom left corner, we have a version number down there, which this is technically in beta. I don't know if it'll ever get out of beta, but it's pretty simple. So, we have 4 buttons here, which is play, join, exit, and settings. Now, exit will actually quit the program, so I'd say I'm not going to push that now, but join, which I'm not going to do now but okay, so this game has a local multiplayer over LAN setup, so you can, if there's 2 computers on the same network, they can connect to each other and actually play. If you wanted to play with somebody else on a different network, you'd have to port forward the port that you select, which that's insecure, and that just creates a whole other host of issues. So that is essentially something I don't recommend. But then there's also settings here, which we'll now click first. Come on, okay, there it is. So, is simply one setting for now, but this may be increased in the future to include something like screen resolution, so that you can actually make this take up your entire screen instead of just being in the center. So there are 2 modes. There's noob mode here, if I can click on it, and then there's normal mode. I do normal mode because that's how I developed the game, and that's what I actually think it should be on, but my brother was complaining that it was too hard because it scrolls too close to the edge of the screen, so I made noob mode for him so that, yeah, he can be a little bit more satisfied. But that's pretty much that, and this actually does save based on what it is, so I'm going to click back, and we're going to click play to get started. Now, there are currently 2 levels in the game. I am working on a 3rd level right now, and then I might actually have, I'm also working on a level editor at the moment, so I could have some other people maybe create some levels to incorporate into the game, and who knows, maybe eventually we'll get a few different worlds in the game. But from here you can open to land as the host, which you put in your person name and the port that you want to host the thing on, and the person can join by putting in your IP address. They can put in their own name, and then they put the port that the thing is hosted on. You can also obviously go back to the main menu here. But yes, so we're just going to get straight into level 1-1. Now, something I realized that I've kind of forgotten to do about this game is put a how to play button on the main menu, so it might be a little bit confusing for newcomers for what is what. So the controls are simply A and D to move left and right, space to jump, and the tilde key to pause, because for some reason with the idea I used to create this, the escape button quits the program. I do not understand why, but yeah, there's a pause screen where you can open to land from here, you can quit the game, go back to this screen from here, or you can obviously just go back to your game from here. But also in the pause menu, pressing your keys doesn't do anything. Even pressing, gosh darn it, I closed the game. Yeah, I actually pressed escape there and it actually closed the thing. You see, that is why I couldn't put pause on escape. OBS, you're gonna detect it here. Okay, there it is. Right. So yeah, let's get on with this adventure. So you can see this is a pretty simple graphical style, as I'm not a graphical designer at all. Just simple rectangles here. In fact, this whole character is made out of simple rectangles, although literally I think the whole function or whatever that I used to actually draw the character is literally due to having several different states for the legs, is like the length is almost the entire length of the rest of the game file. That does not include the whole system for collisions for level 1. So first of all, let me show off some of the things. So first of all, you can hit your head against blocks. You can, if I can jump. Actually, no, you can't. Oh yeah, here in level 1, you can go. You can get on top of them. You can collide. You can also collide with the sides of things. However, based on the way I know how to do things, I have no clue how I would make detect hitboxes colliding. I can only detect a point colliding with a box. So, yeah, you can see he kind of can walk into the wall a little bit, because the point for sideways and down collision is literally in the center bottom of his feet. So you can use that to your advantage, I guess, or just die because he can kind of fall off things prematurely. But anyhow, it's pretty simple, and I actually should probably show this early on before I actually get frustrated at myself. And you can die, and it'll set you back to the start with the simple "you died" screen. It's a pretty simple style. I know this first level was specifically kind of Mario-esque, but it was also me just thinking, oh, this would be cool. Also me having pain, because level 1 is much different than every other level. And if you go do your own investigation of the code, you can find out why, but I'm not going to tell you here. So, yeah, this section here in particular is kind of Mario 1-1 inspired, especially with this and the 4 blocks over there. Yeah, that's 4 blocks. But yeah, you can see, I mean, if you find that being this close to the edge of the screen to make it scroll is kind of annoying, I felt that it was kind of important so that you can keep most of the frame in focus if you have to go back and forth a bit. Like, this is a giant empty platform, by the way, so if you have to go back and forth like this, it's so it doesn't keep scrolling back and forth, which could be kind of annoying. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I also think I got the movement speed pretty good with how I had the animation of the legs work. Whoop, I'm doing really well. And level 1 is also kind of short because it took me forever to make this. Because level 1 was 100% manually made, and it took me forever. Yeah, fun fact, you don't actually have to do that. You can always just do it here. When I tried to make it so you did have to do that, but you hit your head anyway, so that's the appropriate height there. So you can just come over here. Finally go up here. And boom, level 1 complete. Although something I noticed is that I actually made the finish line here 6 squares long. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 squares long. No, wait, that's more than 6. That's 7 squares long. I'm so delusional right now. The other level does not have it like that size because I didn't realize that it was this long. But whatever, it doesn't need to be this long. It's actually way too long. So anyway, click continue. Okay, and besides these levels being coming soon, you can't click on any of them. We also have level 2, which is longer, and specifically is a little bit different because I actually used kind of a system where I did have to manually do everything. So this probably is going to be the last level that actually looks decent with everything being consistent. Although I might be able to fix that with later levels. And so this is like the hardest jump ever, by the way. Ugh. This might be just because I made this doesn't mean I'm actually good at it. Nope. Okay. Yeah, you can see this issue here. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. But oh yeah, this is like level 3 is gonna look much different. But yeah, oh gosh. In the future, I do have plans to update this to add things like coins and other stuff. Although assets and stuff for what the coins look like, that's gonna be a little bit hard. Ah, great. Got down here and jump, whoop, whoop. Okay, I have to do that again. This did take me a while to clear in the first couple tries that I was going through this level. Although yeah, the way I made this level is was with a system that was more exact, but it also allowed me to kind of type in numbers in real time and actually see the crap pop up in the game, which is, you know, better than the actual the way it actually does work. It's better than the way the other things work, but that also allows this level to be kind of in a modular state, so it's easy to kind of just swap stuff out or add new stuff in. It also makes the actual code for actually drawing the whole level on screen much smaller than level 1, because what I did for level 1 is I kept copy pasting the exact same thing a lot of times just to draw out that entirely small level. I just used a loop for this, which I thought of after the fact. I'm like, I could do that much better. I'm not going to change all this hard work I did for level 1. Also, checkpoints. That's a thing that I did here in level 2. I actually made sure to make the flag a different color than the guy's shirt. Although, if you are in multiplayer, player 2, which is only 2-player by the way, I don't know how I could make it more players. That would be hard. He says as he makes a whole platformer game. Yeah, just a proof that this works. But yeah, the player 2 will have a green shirt. Also, it moves the camera a bit when you do die, but that's just so that it can do things a little bit better, instead of having to slowly pan the camera back, which is agonizing. But yeah, it's, yeah, pretty good, and I remember I was showing this to my computer science teacher, and her son was looking in the background, ooh, can I play? I mean, technically, yes, as this game is available for download at the link in the description, but if you're confused about how to do it, I will have a thing at the end of the video to show you how you can download this. Fingers crossed I actually can do that. Fingers crossed I make every single one of these jumps, as this level is long, boring, and repetitive. But, hey, I did it! Yay! As you can see, this is only like 5 tiles wide instead of the 7, so probably better. Doesn't need to be long. And though if I jump off here I die, I still do die, and you still do go back to the checkpoint, but you won, so why does, but yeah, that is essentially the game. Now let me show you how you can go and download it. Alright, so what you're going to need to do to actually download this is you're going to need to come up here, or you're going to need to come and go to your browser bar, which I may or may not have literally blacked out everything here. I don't think anything here is too incriminating, so maybe not. I don't know. And you're going to go and type cbi-games.glitch.me right there, and maybe it might need to be woken up a little bit, because it's just kind of how the hosting service I use here works. Gonna go and gonna shrink this a little bit here so you can see a little bit more. I am cutting a bit of this off, by the way, just for, you know, that good old privacy stuff. So yeah, so you land here on the home page of CBI Games. Welcome to the official home page of CBI, and you can simply download the game Skinny Man by clicking on the Skinny Man tab. I have a nice little header here. It's the first ever game created by CBI Games. Download the latest version here, and clicking this here, which I'm not going to do now, that will take you to Google Drive, to the Google Drive thing where it's actually hosted, where you can download it from. If you continue to scroll down, you can see there's a couple screenshots here of some in-game play from level 1 and level 2. They just so happen to look like they go together, but you'll never see this. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll see a little bit of an about thing, which is absolutely terrible. And then you see the change log, all the change logs that have ever changed log in the change log down below. Currently, there's been one update to 0.3, which was, I believe, the version that we were playing. I am kind of working on the next version, but you can see all the things that was added there, and feel that the previous version had none of those things. So yeah, the link is down in the description if you can't be bothered to type that in. But yeah, besides that, I'm gonna have to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Discord linked in the description, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.